Why did Roy Orbison always wear black and those dark sunglasses? Most people think it was just style, a branding choice, a rock and roll image. It wasn't. Something happened in his life, something devastating that changed him forever. And after that, the black clothes and the glasses never came off. But to understand why, we need to go back to the beginning. In the early 1960s, rock music was loud, rebellious, and energetic. Roy Orbison was none of those things. He stood almost completely still on stage. No wild dancing, no swagger. And yet, when he sang songs like Only the Lonely, Running Scared, Crying, and the massive hit Oh Pretty Woman, audiences were hypnotized. His voice didn't follow normal rock formulas. His songs often skipped traditional choruses. They built slowly, then erupted into soaring, operatic climaxes. He didn't sound cool, he sounded vulnerable. And that vulnerability would soon become painfully real. At the height of his fame, something happened behind the scenes. Friends noticed he became more withdrawn, more reserved. The stage presence grew even more still. The black clothing became permanent. The sunglasses became constant. Fans thought it was mystique. It wasn't. But before we reveal what happened, something else nearly ended his career first. By the 1970s, music was changing fast. Hard rock, punk, disco, the landscape shifted. Orbison didn't chase trends. He didn't reinvent himself. And slowly, the charts moved on without him. For years, he seemed like a relic of another era. It would have been easy for his story to fade there. A brilliant 60s voice, frozen in time. But fate wasn't finished with Roy Orbison. In 1986, director David Lynch used Orbison's haunting song, In Dreams, in the film Blue Velvet. Suddenly, a new generation discovered him. In 1987, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Then, in 1988, he joined the supergroup Traveling Wilburys, alongside George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, and Jeff Lynne. He wasn't just back, he was being celebrated by legends. And now, we can finally understand why the man in black never took off those glasses. In 1966, his wife Claudette was killed in a motorcycle accident. She was only 25. 2 years later, in 1968, a fire destroyed his home, killing 2 of his 3 sons. In just a short span of time, Roy Orbison lost almost everything. The darkness people heard in his voice before became real. The black clothing wasn't branding, it was mourning. The sunglasses weren't fashion. They hid eyes that had seen more loss than most people endure in a lifetime. After surviving unimaginable tragedy and rebuilding his career from near obscurity, he reached a new peak in 1988. He had just completed his solo album, Mystery Girl. The single, You Got It, was climbing the charts. And then, on December 6, 1988, Roy Orbison died of a heart attack at 52 years old. Just as the world had rediscovered him. Roy Orbison didn't invent heartbreak in music. He embodied it. The man in black wasn't playing a role. He was carrying his story, quietly, with dignity, and turning it into something timeless. And maybe that's why his voice still feels different. Because it wasn't pretending.